Hello everybody, or should I say good morning. I thought I'd go ahead and do a big update for you. I know Addison mentioned yesterday when we was doing her hair about Olivia. I'm going to tell you about Olivia. Okay, on January the 18th, I found out I was pregnant. I was shocked, very, very shocked, because I did not think it would ever happen to us. So we tried for years. We tried from the time we first got married until 2013. We got married 2004 and we tried to 2013. So, and it never happened, Yes, we tried with the fertility drugs, all that. And then we decided, well, we're just going to stop putting all the money on the fertility drugs and put it towards adoption, which, we did. We adopted Addison in 2015. Well, okay. Then January 2018 rolled around of this year. I found out I was pregnant. I think it took me maybe about 2 to 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks to get over the shock of being pregnant, of finding out I was pregnant at 40 years old. Yeah, 40 years old. So, we told Addison about it that day. I think we even told some family members that day. We took two or three pregnancy tests, and then I contacted a doctor and got in February 5th, and it was confirmed February 5th that I was pregnant with just one baby. Yeah, twins runs in the family, but so, yeah, I was scared. But, So, everything was going good. We was getting excited. We was starting to buy stuff for the baby. Stroller, car seat, a playpen, because we wanted with a little bassinet thing with it, because we wasn't going to use a crib this time around, because our house is small. With Addison, she didn't ever use the crib anyways, so, and our house is very small. Can you imagine her, us, and a baby too? Yeah. So we was trying to not get too much stuff for the baby. She's in her planner game. So, then we found out we was having a girl when I was 14 weeks pregnant. Yeah. And we told everybody in the history that we was having a girl. I had the blood tests done to check to make sure the baby was okay, and it was off. She was fine and everything. And then May the 13th rolled around. I went to the doctor for my scheduled appointment, and we did. Was doing an ultrasound too, the 20-week ultrasound. They didn't find the heartbeat. I'm going to try to do this without crying. Sorry. Yep, May the 13th went in. We was happy, when we first got there. Everything was good, We dropped Addison off at school. She was happy because she was going to get to celebrate her birthday early with her school friends. And we get to the doctor's office and getting that ultrasound done. I kind of had a feeling, though, that something wasn't right for going on Mother's Day. Because we got talking about Mike said, can you imagine what's going to be like when you're 40 weeks pregnant? And I said, no, because I don't think I'll make it that far. I just hope I'll make it to 35 weeks. I'll be fine, baby, I promise. But yeah, then I was laying there getting the ultrasound done. It didn't dawn on me when she first started that there wasn't no heartbeat. It didn't. She told me, she said, I'm going to go get the doctor because the baby's measuring small. It still didn't dawn on me because, there's people I'm short. Most of my family members are short, so it didn't really dawn on me then neither. Well, I think it kind of did, but because I just kept saying, well, everybody in my family's short, so it's all right. Doctor come in, he said she didn't see a heartbeat. You'll never know. And the baby was already head down, too. She was already head down. So, he told us that we could wait for it all start on its own, because it probably was going to start on its own. Or we could go ahead and go get admitted to the hospital to get it all started. I couldn't wait. He said I could wait a week, but I couldn't do that. Knowing my baby was inside me, done gone, I couldn't do it. I know there's some people out there it'll wait, I'm just saying, But she had done been gone, she was imagining she had done passed at 17 weeks, 3-4 days, something like that, so. So that feeling was having Mother's Day was and then, I had been thinking I was feeling her move and kicking and everything like that, but I hadn't. So Addison was still in school and all this school, we told him, I said, I would like to come home to get a backpack. So I got a backpack for me and I had a backpack for Addison. She couldn't stay with us at the hospital. So my mom and sister-in-law came and picked Addison up. But Mike went and checked Addison out. I don't want to say maybe about 1:30. But he couldn't bring her back to the hospital with us. So I was at the hospital from maybe about 1, because that's got construction going on close to the hospital, road construction. So it would take him, it takes, So he left about 1, and then the nurses, it was just doctor didn't come in until, I think he came in about 2, I want to say. Because it was about 1:30 when the nurses came in. When I first got there and they got admitted in, they did the IV and, well, they didn't hook me up to the IV. They just did the little thing where they start with the needle and stuff in your hand. They did that. Blood work, and they did another ultrasound at the hospital, to really confirm, which same kind of ultrasound from the doctor's office that they did at the hospital too. So it was all confirmed, But I can understand, So it was about 1:30 when they got everything, got the pills, because they had to insert some pills to get it all started. And the nurses told me that if any time I felt like I needed an epidural, they would do an epidural. Even the doctor says, don't be afraid to ask for an epidural if I need it. Mike got back to the hospital, baby, about 5:36 that evening, Thursday, the 13th. And because he, like I said, Addison could come into the hospital with us because she's 5 years old. They wouldn't allow it because of this coronavirus. If it hadn't been for because of the coronavirus pandemic, they would have let her come in and stayed with us the whole time. But she wasn't allowed to. So, my mom, like I said, my mom and sister-in-law met Mike and picked Addison up. But, they couldn't get to where he was a meeting until maybe about 5 o'clock because my sister-in-law had to work. And that's understandable, it's understandable. I didn't, in some ways I was kind of afraid he wouldn't make it back in time, but he did. He made it back. I think it was maybe about five. It was after 5:30 when he showed up. It was closer to 6 when he got back to the hospital. And I think maybe when about 5:30 when I took my first pay shot. Yes, I had to take some pay shot. Let me tell you, I don't know what kind of pain shot they gave me, but yeah. Then about 1:30 a.m., May the 14th, my water finally broke. The doctor had told me that those pills that they was having to insert inside me, that was getting it all just to get it all moving and stuff. Get the delivery going. That's a better way of saying it, right? Would be around for like 4 rounds of it. And it was like every 3 to 4 hours that I had, but I only had 3 rounds to begin with. Because like I said, about 1:30, my water broke. I was turning over from my right side to my left side, going to try to get some more sleep. And next thing you know, I don't know if you want to call it like a sharp pain or what, but I just felt, like a pain, then a gush. So I called the nurse in and told her, I woke my husband up and told him that, something's going on. She come in, she said, your water broke. And then 2:36 a.m., May the 14th. Our little Olivia Rose, yeah, that's what we named her, Olivia Rose, was born. They carried her to get her cleaned up. Then brought her back in to us to see and say goodbye. My mom wanted some pictures of her, but I couldn't take pictures of her. I didn't want that, and I didn't want to see that. So, I know her, she would have had nightmares from it. I didn't want her to see that. I didn't want her to always remember little sister like that. Mike felt the same way too. So we didn't get no pictures of her. I know some people was going to say, well, what, you should have and everything. There's times I wish we had, but then I get thinking how she is. Like I said, I don't want her to remember her sister like that. Because she was so excited. That when we got home from picking her up from school, she would always hug my belly and say, "Hi, Olivia, I love you." She would always talk to the belly. The doctor asked us if we wanted an autopsy to see, because, like I said, all her little blood work that we had done while I was pregnant with her all came back normal. She didn't have any kind of problems with chromosomes or whatever, We told him no, we didn't want an autopsy because we felt like her little body was, she was just too small for an autopsy, we felt like. He said the pathologist could do something, some tests, but he still would have to cut into her little body too. So we didn't want her, like I said, we did not want her little body cut into. And it was very small, palm of your hand. She weighed 5 ounces. She was 8 inches long. They asked us if we want, how we wanted, if we wanted a barrier or what. And me and my dad think, we're just going to have her cremated and bury her with a rose tree. We haven't buried her with a rose tree yet, but we will. Just not ready for that yet. As I know I'm not. We do have her little ashes in a little urn. It's very, very cute. It's up by her. We keep it put up. We haven't even told Addison that her ashes is here because she would want to. She's 5 years old. So what do you expect from a 5-year-old? We didn't have a service for her. Addison wanted us to have a service for her, but we didn't want to. But we do plan on doing a memorial for her on May 14th, 2022. The funeral home, they was very nice at the funeral home. They told us that anytime we was ready to have a memorial for her, that they would help us plan it. But we'll plan it on our own. It'd be cheaper that way, probably. Hey, I'm not trying to be mean about it, but yeah. Yeah, our little Olivia Rose is our angel now. And she's been gone for 2 weeks and a half, almost 3 weeks. Friday will be 3 weeks. We miss her every single day. We let Addison talk about her. We're not going to stop her from talking about her. We've talked about her together. We may not have openly talked about her with family, and that's okay. But me and Mike have talked about her together. Like I said, we let Addison talk about her. No, I did not have an epidural at all. I just had all the pain shots and I did not have an epidural. Even, I had even been thinking about it. Even if I did get to carry her at least to 35 weeks, like I was kind of hoping. that I probably wouldn't have an epidural, because I don't know. I've just heard so many things of people saying that they've have back problems from having epidural years and years later. I don't, not already have back problems as it is, so I'm not, and there's been women having babies since, you know, way before epidural ever come out, way before pain medicine ever came out. So, and I do have a high tolerance to pain. I think I can handle pain, at times. It takes a lot for me to ask for pain medication. But I did ask for pain medication, and like I said, I took the pain medication, but I didn't have the epidural. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. The hospital gave us a little memory box of a crochet little cradle that they put her in, everything in her footprints, things that she had touched, and we added the ultrasounds that we had done before finding out she passed. We added those to the memory box. There was something else I added to the memory box too, but I can't think of what it is right off the bat. It seemed like it was some kind of paper though. We got her stillbirth certificate, yes, since we had her at 20 weeks and they classified her as stillbirth at 20 weeks. We was able to get a stillbirth certificate. I don't go back to the doctor again until June 10th. That's when he'll let me know if everything's going good, which I think I am healing pretty good. I've took care of myself, and like even when I was pregnant, I took care of myself. Don't get me wrong, I did drink some soft drinks. Yeah, I know I probably shouldn't have drunk any soft drinks the time I was pregnant, but I did drink some. I tried to stick mostly to water when I was pregnant. So, even like the doctor, he was shocked about it too, about her. Like I said, everything was going good. She seemed healthy. I was healthy, He seemed to think it might have been an umbilical cord. Got kinked a little bit or something. Because he said there was like where it attaches to her, it looked like it was a little on the thin side. And he said it could have got twisted or kinked somehow. And it caused it. That's why he was telling us at the hospital after we had her and everything. But, I don't know. I think they tested the placenta. The pathologist did, I think. I don't understand some of the stuff that they wrote on the patient portal that you could log into nowadays. So when I go to the doctor, I'll probably find out more then, June the 10th. He told us we could try having another one if we wanted to in 2 months. But we don't know if we want to or not. Sometimes we'll go back to, no, we don't want to. Yeah, we want to. Because there's no guarantee that this would happen again or not happen. There's no guarantees in life at all. This has been the hardest thing we've ever had to do. We would not wish this on anybody. Mike had to go back to work yesterday. He was off for 2 weeks. So, yeah. So it's been kind of hard yesterday and today, knowing he's at work. He's not here. Addison's out for the summer. She gets upset about it at times, especially at night when we're going to bed. She'll say she wants Olivia back. We told her it don't work that way, baby. She's in heaven with God, Jesus. You know, and it don't work that way. We wished it did, because we want her back too, but we know that's not, you know. Yeah. But yeah, that's what's been going on. You know, that's, you know, why before all this happened, and one reason why we hadn't been doing videos is because the morning sickness that had me pulled down a whole lot. I mean, I didn't have bad morning sickness like some women do, where they have to be admitted to the hospital for IV, you know, fluids and stuff like that. I did have to take some anti-nausea medicine. I had to get the doctor to give me some of that. But, you know. And anytime I squatted down or leaned over or whatever, I had that gag reflux. That, you know, that was bad. That made it morning sickness even worse. So, yeah, that's one reason why we haven't been doing videos. But we're going to try to start doing videos again. Addison wants to do some science videos, science experiment videos. I don't know which one we'll do this week. I was thinking maybe doing an ice cream one, but I don't know. But yeah. And you'll probably see some videos of her later on wearing her little cheer outfit. She wanted to join cheerleading, so we signed her up for cheerleading for the youth. Our little cheerleader. But yeah, we're still waiting on her appointment to get her tested for the sensory processing disorder and autism, which I don't, like I was saying yesterday, I personally don't believe she's got autism. She may have it, you know. They say the high functioning, which I think the high functioning is the Asperger's syndrome. They used to was calling that, I think. But yeah, in August she'll go back to school. She'll start first grade in August. Yeah, that's all that's been going on. If you have questions, just ask. You know, and I'll try to do another video of answering the questions for you. You can subscribe to our channel here on YouTube. You can follow us on Facebook too. It's Seats Family. We got a page called Seats Family on Facebook. You can follow it too if you want to. And you can ask us the questions there, and I'll write them down, and we'll do a video. I could try to talk Mike into doing a video of how he's feeling of all this, but that's his feelings, you know. I'm not going to tell you how he's actually doing, because he does seem to be doing okay with it all. I think we're all doing as okay as we can through all this. We have the moments where we will laugh and cut up, and that's okay. We're just trying to get used to not having get used to the idea of not having a little one or another baby around. We don't know what we're going to do with all this baby stuff yet either, because we really don't know if we want to try again. Just let it happen on its own, see if it happens on its own, or or if we want to donate all this baby stuff, or what. We haven't decided yet. We just want to grieve for a little bit more longer, and then we'll probably decide. When if it happens again, it happens again. If it doesn't, it does. You know. Yeah. And I'll get asked. She may want to do her own little video telling you all about her little sister and everything like that. And it's okay. I'll let her do it. But yeah, like I said, if you have questions, just ask. You know, then I'm gonna do a video later. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do. I might try to get her to do a book reading tomorrow with me. I need to get her to read some more. She loves to read at school. At least she did, but at home she doesn't like to read at home. But I'll try to get her to do a book reading with me tomorrow. Or maybe, I got an idea. I might get her to do a makeup video with me tomorrow. I bet y'all would like that one, you know. Yeah. So, see you tomorrow. Again, like I said, subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Facebook, Seats Family. And you'll recognize us because it's a picture of us on there. So, yeah. If you have questions, just ask. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.